What's going on, my friends? Chris here. I want to bring you all an update today of Bitcoin. We're also going to get into some altcoins as well. Right now, Bitcoin's sitting at $68,500. We're about flat on the day. What I want to do here, guys, was take a look at all these coins on the weekly time frame. So we really step back and we take a look at the market structure, where we're at in it for Bitcoin and these altcoins. If you get something from these videos, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. It's always appreciated. Let's dig into this. So guys, when we're taking a look at Bitcoin here on the weekly time frame, we got some excellent news here. We're up challenging this weekly candle. We're trying to close it up above the previous all-time high. And on Coinbase here, the previous high was $69,074. So we're looking to see if in the next 26 hours or so, if we're going to be able to close that weekly candle up above that area. If so, then we could be in blue sky breakouts, which is one of the best times in a chart, just due to the fact there's no overhead bag holders. So many times that's when you get in that price discovery is when things can really run. I would say the only major red flag right now for Bitcoin is the fact that from about 40,000 or so, we've went straight up, and typically you want to build that support. You want to at least consolidate sideways, cool things down a little bit before you try to break up through an all-time high. But this is cryptocurrency, this is Bitcoin, and it can obviously do whatever it wants to do, guys. I mean, it can go straight up. It can drop 20% in a day, 30% in a day. You know, it can do whatever it wants to do, and just always be prepared. But when we're looking at the charts here, if we can get that weekly candle close on some heavier volume like we potentially could have here, then that could lead us to the next steps higher. So when we're taking a look here, our VWAP on the weekly time frame is going to be at a positive 8.18. Our money flow is going to be at a positive 13.04. So everything's looking pretty good there. Relative strength is going to be around 88 right now, guys. So we are really up high, but that's also showing great strength as well. How I've talked to you before, I've gotten burned with the relative strength before. Like once it's got to 70, reading the textbooks, you want to sell out many times. A lot of these moves won't even get started till the relative strength gets into 70. So when I'm looking at this, guys, I'm just referencing that it is up around that 88. I'm not saying that's a reason that we have to cool down or anything, because many times we can just move sideways and then you make that next move to the upside. So just be aware of that, guys. We're at 88.10 on the relative strength. Money flow is going to be at a positive 13.04. Then our VWAP is going to be at a positive 8.18 there. So just getting extended a little bit here, guys, especially from the 20-week simple moving average. So if we do get some type of retracement, I believe that could be healthy for us. But overall, no major red flags here, nothing to be too concerned about. If we take a look at the technicals on the 1 month, we have a strong buy. On the 1 week, we have a strong buy, and on the 1 day, we have a buy. So that's going to be Bitcoin, guys. Next one we're going to take a look at is Ethereum. So ETH's at 3,912 right now. When we're taking a look at ETH, as next major overhead resistance for us here is going to be around 4,000, that big psychological level. Same deal with Ethereum. The only red flag I see here, guys, is that we've essentially went straight up here from about $2,200. You can see we haven't had much consolidation, but still, like we've talked about, this Ethereum, this is cryptocurrency. If it wants to continue to push through that $4,000, and we can close up a weekly candle up above that, then I would look up to the previous all-time high, and that would put us around that $4,600 to $4,700 range. So we're up above our 20 simple moving average, up above our 50, and up above our 200. I would also want to see a little bit more volume coming in here. So volume's been a little bit lower than what I'd like to see if we are going to go up and test that all-time high without really consolidating or pulling back much. Money flow right now is going to be at a positive 9.84. VWAP is going to be at a positive 7.43. Relative strength is going to be at a positive 84.44 right there. So far everything's looking good for Ethereum, guys, on the weekly time frame. No problems at all. Next one we're going to take a look at is Cardano. So Cardano on the day up about 2.62%. And if you're here for Cardano, ADA, let me know down low. Would love to hear it. So guys, main thing for Cardano that I'm looking at here is we need to close a weekly candle. So in the next 26 hours or so, we need to close it up above our 200-week moving average, simple moving average. So we closed last week's candle up above it. We want to close this week's candle up above it as well, and that's going to put you at 70 cents. So that's the really big marker for Cardano, is that we need to hold 70 cents here. So that's what we're going to be looking at. If we can hold 70 cents, next area we're going to look up to is around 80 cents. And then if we're able to get up over top of that, then we would start looking at some of those higher round numbers like $1. But still got a lot of work to do for Cardano here, guys, but I do like to see the signs of improvement for us. Relative strength is going to be at a positive 75. Money flow is going to be at a negative 0.05. And our VWAP is going to be at a positive 7.9 right now. So that's what Cardano needs to do. It really needs to get up above that 200-week simple moving average in white there at 70 cents and close up above it for the week is what we're looking at. Technicals for Cardano. If we look at the 1 month, we have a strong buy. If we go to the 1 week, we have a strong buy. If we go to the 1 day, we have a strong buy. And guys, what this is here for our technicals, this is just going to factor all your oscillators together and your moving average together, and then it kind of breaks it down and gives you a score. So it's pretty cool there on TradingView. Next one, we're going to take a look at AVAX, Avalanche. So Avalanche here, guys, we are up above our 20 simple week moving average right here, 20 simple week moving average in green. We're up above our 50-week simple moving average in red, so that's all looking good. We had our low that was around $9. We pushed up to our high of $50. We set a higher low at about $27. Now we need to go up and get that higher high, guys, over top of $50. So overhead resistance, we need to get up in around and over top of that $50 is going to be the big area for us. For resistance and support, we need to hold about $28 on the weekly time frame here, but we continue need to hold this 20-week simple moving average as well, guys, and that's going to be at $32.34. And what I've noticed with AVAX here, guys, we have gotten out of that stage 4. We've been in a stage 1 accumulation across here, and then we started to enter that stage 2, the first stage or the first impulse wave of stage 2 potentially here, and it came on some heavier volume as well. We really haven't had a ton of selling pressure. So that's what you want to see when you do retrace and calm down or cool down. Now we need to see that heavier volume expanding to see if we can go up and get that higher high. Right now, money flow is the problem. It's a negative 6.84. VWAP is going to be at a positive 1.46, and then our relative strength is going to be at a positive 67. So that's looking good. Guys, we just want to see that money flow start to flip into the green is something we're going to be looking at as well. And that's going to be AVAX. If you're here for that, let me know. Next one is Filecoin. This one we've been talking about for quite a while, guys. It has had some nice moves as we've been talking about this accumulation area down here. So for Filecoin, what I would consider our accumulation area would be roughly between about $2.60 up to around that $9 there, and we have broken out. It's come on heavier volume. So if we can continue to keep this moving here, guys, what I would look at next major overhead resistance, not saying we're going to get there all at once, but if we're able to close over top of, let's call it 1150 or so, next area would be that 200-week simple moving average, which is still overhead there at $26.30. So these coins can really get extended both to the downside as well as the upside there. But taking a look here, guys, this is a coin that has at one point last cycle got up to around over $200. I think at one point wicked up to like $260, but if we go off candle close, about $183 there. So I was just pointing this out around $5 or $6, guys. This is one that I do like. Definitely a much higher risk, but you know, these are the coins, guys. Some of these ones that were really smashed down low. Sometimes we throw $100 in or $300 in. Some coins that have had some great price action in the past and potentially could do okay in the future when they really get low in these accumulation areas. It's nice sometimes just to poke around a little bit. So that's gonna be Filecoin. Next one here, guys. Let's take a look. Let's get into Solana. So for Sol, we were trading up above our 20 simple week moving average, up above our 50. Everything looking good there, guys. We had our low that came in. We're going to call it at about $8 or so. And what I like, guys, here is just the structure of Solana, how we've had this nice impulse wave up. When we retraced and cooled down, it wasn't on the heaviest volume. So that's another good thing. And then as we're trying to get back up and make this higher high, we're trying to have it come on expanded volume so that we can get up over top of this resistance area at about 145 is the main area for us. If we can get over top of that, then we potentially could push up to that $200 range, would be the next major overhead resistance area that we'd be looking at. So right now, guys, money flow is going to be at a positive 6.15. VWAP is going to be at a positive 5.40, and our relative strength is going to be at a positive 78 right now. See here, guys. Next one's Litecoin. So Litecoin, we need to still get up above that 200-week simple moving average. That's the main overhead resistance. That's going to come in at 104.24. So that's the major area that we're going to need to crack, guys. In terms of support, I wouldn't want us dropping below about $60 is going to be the main area. We did have nice volume come in here, and this was last week's candle. We ended up going from about $68 up to about $97. So that was a really nice move. We have had some selling come in this week. We just need to see us get back up above that 200-week simple moving average, guys. We've had one candle close up above it, and that's been back, you know, over a year or so. So definitely been lagging. We needed to get up above that area and turn it into support. Right now, money flow is going to be at a negative 2.86. VWAP's going to be at a positive 23.48. So the VWAP's up there pretty good. And then our relative strength is going to be at 63.98. But it was nice to see some volume coming back into Litecoin, guys. Then the last one we're going to do here is going to be XRP. So XRP now on the weekly, guys, it has gotten back up above its 200-week simple moving average. So we need to close this candle here in the next 26 hours or so up above this 200-week simple moving average, and that's going to put you at 56 cents. If we can do that, then that can open the door maybe for a higher level of around 70 cents or even up to around that 80 cents if we're able to do that, guys. Main support that we need to hold is going to be at about 49 cents, right in that area. Relative strength is going to be at 57. Money flow is going to be at a negative 5.33, and VWAP is going to be at a positive 16.77. And guys, why I talk about having a plan and being ready in this cycle, you know, for what you want to do if you do get some of these gains, about paying off debts and other things like that. When you see price charts that go straight up in the matter of 3 or 4 weeks like that, never be afraid to trail a stop loss up with that, guys, because you never know when those gains are going to come back. And as you can see, we have not been that high since 2018, essentially the beginning of it. We have not revisited those all-time highs. So when we do get those major spikes, guys, it's a special thing. Know that you need to pay off some debt and always trail those stop losses up so all your gains don't come back on your face. It's happened to me in 2017. It's happened to many people. So if you do get those parabolic gains and you get those life-changing gains, don't be afraid to pay off debts, guys, and help people do the best that you can with what God's given you. So God bless you all, guys. Take care. Appreciate y'all.